Hello dear traders and welcome to another update on the market. For today I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first. So basically to update you on this on analysis from yesterday is that basically price has reached the main objective, which was a recent swing higher around 136.72. But after market, even broke here up to 136 and 137 mark, we got a sell-off, and then we created something like consolidation, like a flag, and we got a second down leg that is still active. Based on what I'm seeing at this stage is I don't see any kind of reaction for the rally or any kind of exhaustion from this supply. So, expectations that market will try to reach and go towards the recent swing low at 135.76 and eventually even try to clear 135.25. This is how it looks like on the very left on the bottom. We can see basically a 4-hour time frame. So again, I don't see any bottoming process here, and there was a fresh money flow from this beginning of the Europe session. So downside intraday opportunities on the rallies seems like a best idea for intraday perspective, since we got this downside momentum. Speaking of the gold market is still in a heavy sideways regime, and yesterday we had outside day. Well, let me show you that on the daily time frame. We had outside day, bearish outside day, but again there is no conviction, there is no strong momentum. It looks very choppy. Gold market is very, look at us at the weekly time frame, and we still trade inside of this bigger down week, right, from 2 weeks ago. And anything meaningful to the downside, I will really like to see the gold to clear 1804 and eventually open the door for 1790. And from other side, if we can clear 1847, eventually we can open the door for 1872. So for now, previous day low is on the test, 1812. And overall sideways regime with no strong momentum, no bigger money flow so far on the gold market. Speaking of the crude oil market, we can see basically that market is retesting previous day low multiple times today, and it seems like that 4-hour is on some kind of the bull flag. So we had a sell-off on the crude oil, and market reacted. There was a down bar outside. There was an outside range day yesterday on the crude oil, and market is having some testing, retesting of the previous day low. So market is still, if we check basically, let's put a trend line on this 2-hour time frame. We can see basically that market is still respecting this trend line. Let me just show you this. There is a trend line here we can place. You can also see here, if you place a trend line, that market is basically respecting this trend line. You can also put like this. We can also put like this and project. So we'll see that market is respecting the trend line, right? And that's a very good to see in previous day low. So still overall, we have some recent swing highs there. Right, that's acting potentially like support. We might see another bull move, but outside day from yesterday is not that good sign that we can have anything significant today on upside. Anyway, I still like upside opportunities on the crude oil, and potentially to revisit 111.71 or try to go into the pin bar territory from 113 mark. So watch for upside opportunities. And speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, I alerted about this, that we had a downside breakout, and we cleared also 700 mark. So based on what we're seeing now is we have a fresh money flow to the downside and potential to test this pin bar territory around 18,000 mark, 18,500 mark. So watch closely. I at least expect 18,900 to be on the test, and then eventually even 18,000. So breakout of this downside continuation pattern on the Bitcoin. So intraday looks like a very heavy supply entered the market, new momentum down. And my advice to watch for selling opportunities on the rallies on the Bitcoin, intraday speaking and the short term speaking. That will be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy, and as always, trade safe and speak to you next time.